Hello everyone, we're so happy you're joining us. My name is Tiffany and I'm a librarian at the San Jose Public Library. Today we'll be presenting making your own wreath, where we will be taking a piece of cardboard and making our own wreath today. This activity can be done for adults and teens. I would say probably not small children, simply because it's a little bit tricky to kind of make the cuts in the hole. So let's get started. So today I'm actually making a wreath and I'm using this lovely cardboard. You can pre-purchase this, and this one was pre-purchased because I was a little lazy. But as you can see, I have actually done this activity with a cutout piece of cardboard. So if you have any cardboard laying around from purchases or deliveries, this is a perfect time to recycle that cardboard. And actually the cardboard that you find for your delivery boxes is going to be a little bit sturdier in most cases than this cardboard, simply because if you look at it, as you can see, the thickness is a little bit better on this one, and it's a little bit more hardy, simply because, you know, of course with boxes, the last thing you want is a box to rip open in transit. So the cardboard's a little bit sturdier than this stuff, and you can kind of hear that. So what I have to do this craft is some yarn. You can use anything you like. If you have a bunch of sequins or beads or pom-poms or even pipe cleaners, you can use whatever you have laying around. I'm just using yarn because I like using yarn. I feel like it's a little bit faster and it kind of gives me that look that I like. So that's all you're really going to need. Is you're going to need some cardboard. You're probably going to need a pair of scissors to cut that, whatever you're using, if you're using yarn, or if you're cutting out cardboard, you'll need it to cut out your cardboard. And then you're going to need some glue. Now I'm going to try doing this with crazy glue or super glue, depending on what you have. I have mostly done this craft using my all-time favorite, which is the glue gun. But of course a lot of people don't have glue guns, so we're going to try to use some regular crazy glue, or you can try using some Elmer's school glue or whatever you have. You just need something to kind of tie down and glue down those edges, or if you're using something other than yarn to make your wreath, something that'll adhere to this cardboard. So I'm going to start my particular one, and again, I don't really take it out of my yarn ball just because it's a little bit easier to work with. So I'm going to start right here and I'm going to loop around, and as you can see, I'm just kind of making a circle. Now the thing that you want to do is remember to hold it down, and you want to make it really as tight as possible. So when you loop in, you want to make it tight, because if not, you're going to have holes in your wreath, and that's the last thing that you want. So I'm going to start working on this, and I'll let you see how it looks. Towards the end of my wreath here, and something that I've done is I have tucked one of my loose ends into, as you can see, the twist around. And the reason I'm doing that is because that allows me to not have to try to glue it down or tie it down at the ends. So if you're using yarn or string or something of that nature, just remember that you can probably tuck underneath your cardboard wreath and the strings that you already have, so that way you don't have to try to do a tie off and a glue down. for loose ends on one side. So almost at the end of this. Now, as you can see here, it's pretty much come along a great deal. And why I'm not recommending this for little hands is because it takes a lot of time, patience, and some manual dexterity that some little hands might not be ready for. So your little 5-6-year-olds like mine might really be into trying to do this with you. This is not for them. Okay. So as you can see, I underestimated, so I'm a tad bit short. So like I said, with the other end, when you have to do loose ends like this, you want to cut off a little bit more of your yarn or string if you're using that. If you're doing pom-poms, you have an easier job. You just need to find more poms. I'm going to tuck this in to the back of one of these strings. As you can see here, I'm tucking it in. Then I have some more string here. I'm just going to go right over that little spot that I tucked. I'm going to hold it with my finger. This will be a little bit of a loose end, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is when I wrap this around the front of my wreath, as you can see there's that loose end, I'm wrapping it around the front. I am just going to go over that with my fresh. So as you can see, I filled it in and I've gone over it so that way you don't see that loose string. And now I have this little piece, and I'm also going to tuck that in. And this is when you would put that glue down to kind of keep it tight. And if you have two little loose ends like this, you can knot them if you know you want to have a back and a front of your wreath. And then of course you just want to kind of fill it in where you might have gotten a little bit tighter or looser. And here it is. I'm going to do a little bit of corrective trimming here. I have a few little loose ends. But as you can see, here is a lovely wreath that you can put on your door or on your patio or on your balcony, wherever you want to put it. But here it is, it's done. This craft should take you, depending on how tightly you pull your strings, if you're using strings, anywhere from 15 to 40 minutes. So again, I'm not recommending it for little hands. It just requires a lot of patience and a lot of manual dexterity that little hands might not have. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this craft. This is really made for teens and adults. And again, if you don't have a lovely pre-cut wreath pattern like this, you can cut your own. You just need something to make the circles, a smaller circle in the center and the larger circle outside. So, all right, thank you. Thank you for joining the San Jose Public Library. We hope you've enjoyed this program. Please take a few minutes to fill out our program survey. I invite you to visit sjpl.org/virtual programs for a complete list of upcoming virtual programs. Also, don't forget to follow at San Jose Library on Facebook and to sign up for our newsletter at sjpl.org/e-newsletter to stay informed of all things SJPL. All right, thank you and have a great day.